Right, welcome to part 2. Like, do track and move. But yeah, it's so it's I know very well I'm still on here. Yeah, Rob Angle's been helping out, but to be honest, he hasn't moved one polygon yet. So all the donkey work's been mine. I will not change the concept. This pisses people off sometimes. There's also the fact that, say, it'll all go swimmingly when people are watching it, up until the last 11 seconds. Let's just say that there is a small risk that it may piss off some very, very important people. I'm not talking about fucking 3D here. Because I believe that you've got to stand by your convictions in life. Stand by what you believe in at all costs. Now, I'm not stupid enough to have made this so it couldn't be removed. You know, you'll understand why when you see it. Hopefully in June, July. You'll understand then why some people don't want to be attached to something like that. But see, nobody knows the whole story, the whole storyline. It's like my dad. Last night I was over with my brothers and my mother and my father were there, and my dad wanted to know about it, and he's like, what's it about? And I was giving him a rough overview. He's no, what's the story? I said, no, I'm going to tell you. Nobody knows. It stays up here because it's got to remain under wraps, right? It's like a black project, right? Until the last minute when you see it. But I've also got to be careful I don't bloody hype this and make the same mistake that happened with Reducto, where you end up where everybody's excited so much that even if you've delivered Lord of the fucking Rings, that it's, people are still going to find fault with it. What I would say is, when you finally see it in a few months' time, hopefully, judge it on its own merit, right? Simple as that. Judge it on its own. That's all I ask. But it's providing that I've learned a lot already on this. Main one being, make sure you're backing up to multiple drives. But I shouldn't laugh because that's fucking tragic, really. I had some fantastic matte paintings as well. I've actually learned myself to do some pretty decent matte paintings, Yeah, but that's a big sort of thing for me, because my 2D art skills are shit, right? At least by my standards. But yeah, I like to bang on, but oh look, very nice river. I saw something weird before. About 5 minutes before I started recording the first part, and I was standing right at the top there, about half a mile before I get the bridge, and you can see a 270-degree panorama right around you, right? And I looked up in the sky, and there was clouds that were basically straight lines. But the weird thing was, they sort of curved round, I'll do like that, right? Like round the sky, and it looked like a really bad skybox animation. But because it was real, it looked phenomenal. And there was sort of like, it's like, the perspective effect, where it sort of, you zoom out, it was like that. But they were moving in at the same time. It was fucking amazing, it really was. Very beautiful thing. Because it was doing that as if I was in the centre of wherever this bloody wind vortex was. So it was all just doing that and expanding like a ring. These clouds, fucking amazing. I stood there a good couple of minutes. I thought of a video and I thought, no, probably chances are nobody will understand apart from me. They just think I'm crazy putting photographs of fucking clouds up, But yeah, very interesting. Sort of thing that if you put it in 3D, in a CGI shot, people would say, you got that fucking wrong, didn't you? Because there's no right and wrong sometimes. Mother Nature's capable of some fucking strange things. Look at that. A tree at a right angle, right? The trunk is growing at a right angle. Would you ever put that in a sort of like a model or a scene or a CGI shot? Of course you wouldn't. Oh look, big pile of shit. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show you this properly. Right, it starts there. This is all horse shit, right? It's about 12 foot high, and it goes all the way down there, right? That is one big steaming pile of shit. How much we've got? Yeah, 6 minutes, but yeah, so at the moment this shot is taking up my every waking moment. When I'm not working on it, I'm thinking about it, which wears you down. It's like sort of a microcosm of a film itself. Now, we all moan about films, right? whether you love a film or hate it, to you and me, it's the end result. Are we entertained? Okay. So if you go to see a film like Avatar, you might say, oh, these big blue fucking Smurfs, you know, anorexic Smurfs. Which is what I said, right? But you start realising that I'm only handling sort of 2 or 3 minutes here, right? I'm not handling 1.5, 2.5 hours. And if I'm getting this stress, this level, right? You imagine how much stress there must be. Now, granted, if you're somebody like James Cameron or George Lucas, you've got a massive team of people you can call upon, not just you. But a lot of these guys did start like that, just doing things themselves. It's an important sort of learning process. Now, I'm not going to say that's where I'm heading. I'm not, right? Yes, it would be fun to do stuff like that, you know, but that's not where I'm aiming towards. These are just, I'm making these shorts, the first one, assuming I actually get this one out the door, of course, for no other reason than it's in my head and it won't come out, right? And I can't free it up to do the other stuff and I get this rid of. It's like a block, like a roadblock in the ideas, which is why sometimes you'll see models seem to go round every year or so, and they'll go round in a circle of a similar theme, because the brain's stuck on that fucking shape, you know, and it's a pain in the arse to do. Look, sheep. Mint sauce. I'm an evil bastard. But yeah, it learns you a lot about planning as well. My tip from what I've learned at the moment, right? This is the first time I've done a proper animated short. Planning is king. Plan everything. Plan even when you're going to go and have a shit. Right, everything to the smallest detail. The better you plan, the easier it will get. If you try and wing it, as I did for the first 2 weeks, you hit a big fucking problem because you don't know what needs done when. And suddenly you've got this chaos of models and scenes and mats and freaking footage, and you know, you don't know where the hell you're at. You've also got to look at things like man management. Now, I can do man management, but on this, I'm not. I'm being the world's biggest pain in the fucking arse. Because to get this out of my head properly, it's got to be done right. I can only hope that it's 10% as good as it is in my head. If it is, I've got it sussed. I very much doubt, even with the resources of a 15 node render farm at my disposal, that I can produce it of the quality that's in my head. Right? That would need a large budget and more than one person. But this should sort of give people an idea, I think. Still look nice, you know, but yeah, it's I've got to learn a lot of new skills for this. Some of them I already knew, but I wasn't as good as I needed to be. So yeah, I can use nuke, I can composite, but to do stuff like this, I need to be a really good compositor. Right? So I had to learn, how to do it. What the fuck? It's a spaceship. We've seen a spaceship. We're not going to macro mode here. Let's see if I've got it in focus. It's a fucking spaceship sticking out. Now, how bizarre is that? That's fucking bizarre, that is. I'm gonna best. Never seen that like that before. I might take it home to bed, for kid. He'll enjoy playing with it, flying around the room. Give it a wash first, obviously. But I'll tell you a creepy story, a real one, in third part. I promise this is absolutely fucking true, which is plays your head a bit, right? People didn't believe me in the family until they saw it with their own eyes, and it makes you realise there's more in heaven and earth than you've ever dreamt of in your philosophy, Horatio. Famous quote, look it up. Right, I'll see you in part 3.